Jim, first of all, big win against Boroughmuir last week. You've spoken about the need to find the net a bit more, so it must have been satisfying to score 4 at home.
Yeah, it was, and 4 different scorers as well, which was good. So I think we've throughout the season, it's been a sort of wee Achilles heel that not converting a bigger percentage of chances we create, and we're not scoring goals, you don't win games. So it was very pleasing, as you said, and all within the first 45 minutes. Which is even more exciting at times, but then the second half we showed the other side of our game where we didn't do very well at all. So even that, the consistency of the first half performance, we need to try and match that for longer periods of the game, up to 90 minutes if we can. It's never always possible, but I think that the game showed the two sides of Kilmarnock, where first half were excellent, converted a lot of our chances, and the second half it was backs against the wall, which we defended well, which is another good part what we do, but the fact we have to be on the back foot for the majority of the second half was disappointing. So I think, I said that to the girls, that just shows the two sides of what we're capable of at the moment.
Just looking ahead, it's second versus third on Sunday. Does this feel like a season-defining match? Could you say that?
I think the biggest thing you'll see is that you start to run out of games. So we've done well to close the gap, and I think I've got to pay tribute to the girls, the fact that we're still in an opportunity due to the lack of not picking up wins, not scoring goals. So the fact we're still in with that opportunity is credit to the girls. I wouldn't say it's season defining, because you look at the table out with Montrose, and again I'll pay credit to Craig and all the girls at Montrose, and I know it's a wee bit premature, but I'll offer my congratulations because they've been the most consistent side. And I think the rest of the teams, right down to even Queen's Park, St Johnstone, Boroughmuir, like you said, ourselves, we're in Gartcairn, we're all battling away for that, just that one playoff spot, and it could go any one of the 5 teams. No disrespect to Stirling in these 5, but they're a wee bit adrift. So out with that, any one of these 5 teams have got a fantastic opportunity to maybe secure the playoff spot. So we know what we need to do. If we win our games, we've got 5 left, so 5 wins should probably secure us that playoff spot. But I'm sure Gartcairn is saying exactly the same. I'm sure St Johnstone are saying the same, Boroughmuir and Queen's Park. So it's quite exciting. Certainly not season defining, but if a gap opens up now, it'll be very difficult to claw back.
How are we looking squad-wise going into the final 5? Any injury concerns at all?
I think it's well documented, Andy, about we've not had our problems to seek on the injury front, that's for sure. But the good thing is that they're well taken care of, a lot of contact injuries, so, and I think that disrupts the opportunity to try and be consistent. When you're getting some injuries, you're picking up injuries. So we've had unavailability, injuries, etc. So the consistency of team selection sometimes hampered by that, and that's probably one of the things we need to try and get better at, is have a consistent approach in the levels that we perform at. But the good thing about that is it's allowed the emergence of some of our academy players, and again it's fantastic to see how many's come in, the youthful energy and enthusiasm they bring, but it still doesn't count for that experience in game management experience that they maybe lack. But it bodes well for the future. So the girls are in merit. We've got a squad available to us, and we'll put a game plan in place, and the girls will give us everything as they've always done. So fingers crossed, a wee bit of luck on our side, and 3 points on Sunday will set us up nicely for a midweek game against Queen's Park.
And just finally, in your eyes, what would success look like over the next 5 games?
5 wins. No, I think we're making progress. And I think the biggest challenge I've given to the girls is to try and build that trust and that belief in their own abilities, because sometimes that affects the way the process we're trying to achieve. I don't think the girls realise how close they actually are to achieving something. And again, it's just maybe where they've been in the past, how the approach was to what it is now, and with that comes expectations. So as long as we're making progress, it would be a fantastic achievement to get to that playoff spot. But without that, there's a lot to be proud of. It's definitely gave us a solid foundation to build upon next season, which we don't know what that'll be at this stage at the moment. So sometimes it's good if it is defined, then you know exactly what you're planning for next season. But regardless of what it is, I think there's good solid foundations in the girls' women's programme here at Kilmarnock, and a lot to look forward to.